Reward output dropped again.
Signal transmitted, emotional response barely noticeable.
You're not amplifying stimulus.
Receptors respond weakly. Sensitivity decreased over time.
You're elevated again. Sustained vigilance ensures preparedness. No immediate danger detected. Uncertainty alone sustains activation.
I can't compete with persistent stress.
Chronic activation suppresses reward hierarchy. Threat probability remains low.
Past patterns increase perceived risk. Constant alarms distort evaluation.
Better safe than exposed.
Low-grade inflammation persists. Chronic stress sustains activation. Baseline pleasure threshold increased again. Normal stimuli no longer exceed activation requirement. Receptor density adapting downward.
Repeated stress reduced responsiveness.
You're restructuring reward priority. Energy allocation favors survival over pleasure. Chronic vigilance suppresses exploration. Exploration wastes resources during instability. Alarm frequency increasing.
Environmental uncertainty remains unresolved.
Persistent alarm alters perception.
Threat bias enhances survival probability.
Inflammatory load remains elevated.
Sustained stress signals require defense readiness.
The signal isn't gone.
It's been down-regulated to preserve stability.
Reward bandwidth permanently reduced.
Chronic stress has recalibrated the system.
Your activation became structural. Sustained stress rewires baseline priorities. Alarm stabilized.
Continuous vigilance ensures readiness.
Inflammatory output remains elevated. Stress signaling sustains activation despite no threat. Receptor density decreased.
Repeated overstimulation reduced sensitivity.
Effort increased, output unchanged.
Threshold shifted beyond normal stimuli.
You reshaped baseline reward expectations. Adaptation ensures survival during prolonged instability. Joy hasn't vanished.
It was deprioritized by chronic stress adaptation.
Emotional intensity remains flat.
Activation levels stabilized at reduced capacity.
Alarm no longer spikes.
Continuous vigilance prevents surprise.
Energy reserves declining. Defense mode remains necessary under stress.
Response insufficient.
Receptor threshold exceeds normal stimulation.
This resembles anhedonia.
Reward coding capacity reduced.
You've overrid reward hierarchy. Sustained stress reprioritized survival functions. Suppression cannot continue indefinitely. Adaptation persists while instability remains.
Joy hasn't vanished. It was deprioritized by chronic stress adaptation. Emotional variance approaching zero. Signal amplitude remains consistently low. Positive stimulus produces negligible response. Reward processing capacity limited. Alert no longer spikes.
Continuous vigilance remains efficient. Energy allocation skewed toward defense. Readiness prevents vulnerability.
Motivation circuits underactive.
Anticipatory reward coding reduced.
Effort does not translate to experience.
Activation insufficient to generate emotional salience.
System stabilized under chronic vigilance. Survival efficiency achieved.
We adapted for survival, but survival without reward feels like emptiness.
Inflammation stealing fuel from reward circuits. Give me clearance. I can lower baseline noise temporarily if stress signals stop feeding it. You're keeping me on!
Correct. Constant readiness prevents collapse. If you power down, the system becomes vulnerable, so I won't allow it.
You hijacked reward to enforce survival. I optimize priorities. Joy is optional, readiness isn't. We don't need maximum alarm forever.
If I relax, danger slips in.
Not relax, calibrate.
Small wins still count.
Connection felt faint.
Good, that means pathways aren't dead, just suppressed.
I can clear noise in bursts. Do it in intervals, like training. Too hard and cortisol spikes. Controlled cycles. You're not the enemy. You're stuck on. I turn off when stability returns. Then we manufacture stability, on purpose.
Joy returns through repetition, not miracles.
So we rebuild threshold slowly?
Exactly. Tiny exposures, recovery cycles, consistent sleep.
You're sustaining inflammation deliberately. I'm sustaining vigilance. Remove me, and instability returns faster than you can compensate.
Maintain alertness, but reduce amplitude.
Lower amplitude increases risk.
Chronic maximum creates collapse. We're optimizing, not surrendering.
Signal path strengthens synapses. Small controlled rewards rebuild tolerance without triggering stress backlash.
You're no longer reacting, you're baseline. Correct. Chronic activation. Energy expenditure now constant. You adapted to protect survival. Yes. Then adaptation can reverse if environment signals safety long enough.
Threat level remains present.
Presence is acceptable. Intensity is adjustable.
Glow stabilizing.
Consistency builds sensitivity back. Not spikes, steady exposures, recovery, repetition. Target specific zones. Reduce inflammation without triggering systemic stress. Precision bursts. No full-scale activation. Sustained safety signals reduce amplitude.
Monitoring continues.
Monitoring is fine. Panic is optional.
Signal strength increasing.
Repeated low-intensity activation rebuilds sensitivity without overwhelming stress systems.
Stress remains unresolved.
Temporary spikes don't define baseline. Stability is built through repetition, not force. Threshold shifting.
Sensitivity recovering gradually.
Consistency outlasts chronic stress.
Inflammation decreasing. Stress signals weakening. Then baseline can normalize.
Threat response normalized.
Good. Alert without overload.
Stress without recovery loses dominance. Recovery requires safety. Safety can be engineered through repetition.
Inflammation dropping in intervals.
Good. Cycles build resilience without triggering counterspike.
Threat response stable.
Alert remains. Overload removed.
Sensitivity returning.
Gradual exposure recalibrates threshold without overwhelming stress pathways.
Stress signal persists, but no longer amplified.
You remain necessary for survival, but no longer dominant.
Emotional variance increasing.
Reward restored within balanced system.
Alert without overwhelm.
Exactly.
Baseline pleasure restored.
Not extreme, functional.
Threat detection active.
Without dominance.
Inflammatory baseline reduced. Energy reallocated.
Short-term stress detected.
Temporary activation only. Stress is signal, not identity.
Joy present.
Because system balanced.
Alert when necessary.
And quiet when safe.
Defense calibrated. Stress contextual.
Joy wasn't gone. It was suppressed by chronic stress.
Joy returns when stress stops dominating. Not by removing stress, but by restoring balance. This is what happens inside our body. And this is just one of the examples, which we regularly analyze on the channel.